Hello farmers, I am just here to give a feedback of how our Newton variety is performing under greenhouse. This is a summer planted crop and it comes in with lots of rains. Although we're farming under a greenhouse, we still have issues of moisture content that is usually high. So what I've noted in this greenhouse while doing my checkups, and I noticed that Newton is having an issue with luxurious growth. So what we mean by luxurious growth is the growth of the plant, which is more on the vegetative side than on the reproductive side of it. So it is more of the lush green and the length at the expense of flower sets and the fruit production. So I managed to figure out that our crop was having an excess in the nitrogen. So the amount of nitrogen that was applied on this crop was a bit high than the required one. So what happens with excess nitrogen in your tomatoes is that it promotes excessive growth in the leaves and the stem. So what it basically means is that the plant grows tall and then it has very long leaves, as you can see, at the expense of the amount of flowers that are there and the vigorness of the flower set, as you can see, which is an effect to the farmer as it reduces your yields. However, the other factors, the likes of insufficient sunlight within the greenhouse. Since we are planting in summer, there hasn't been as much sunlight because of the rains. So it basically increases the rate of growth of our plant in competition to reach the sunlight. So one of the most fundamental factors that you need to do in farming in general is your issue of scouting, which is basically you as the farmer or as the farm manager to show your presence in your field after every work or after every completion of a task has been done by your helpers basically. So what I've noted in this greenhouse was the issue of luxurious growth, which is something that can happen in overnight, and the factors that promotes it, I've also noted them, which is nitrogen, excess nitrogen, and then with imbalance in your watering rates. So you're saying you're supposed to at least give them enough water, adequate water consistently, and which is another effect that I've noted in this greenhouse, that there's an issue of inconsistency in our rate of watering. And then the other issue is temperature. We're growing this crop in summer, so the temperatures, they go up and down. At times it's very hot during the day, and then at times it's very humid during the night. So excessive temperature basically promotes the luxurious growth, where the crop is just growing lengthy. As I have noted before, that we're growing this crop in the summer season, so it basically means we're experiencing hot weather and dry and wet weather as well. So that's another factor that promotes an increase in disease occurrence, whether it's open field or greenhouse, because the moment excessive moisture is to interfere with your crop, it raises concern and high rates of disease occurring. So what I've noted is that, for example, excessive temperatures in this greenhouse, especially during the day, it promotes a sort of a vegetative survival growth for our plants. So they just basically grow tall in size, green in color, but then the productiveness of that specific crop is very low. So which is another thing that we have to look at when growing tomatoes. And it was quite fortunate for us that we managed to figure it out at an early stage, and we can control it before it was too late. So then